In this video I'll be showing how to turn a rusty old file like this one into a beautiful handmade knife. I start by forging the tip of the knife. Try to hit the knife on the corner, forcing the corner back into the steel. Forging the tip will cause the knife to get a lot thicker, so make sure you thin it out by hitting it on the side again. Now I'm beveling the blade, giving the knife a thinner and broader edge. I'm hitting the knife half off, half on the anvil, giving it a transition between the tang and the blade. I'm spreading out the metal for the tang now. Don't forget to straighten the blade and the tang. This is what the knife looks like after forging. I annealed it by letting it cool down slowly in the forge, and now it's time to shape it with my bench grinder. I didn't have any cut-off discs for my angle grinder, so I'm using a hacksaw to cut off the excess file of the knife. There are lots of different methods of shaping a knife. You can use hand tools like files, or you can use a bench grinder, or if you have one you can also use a belt grinder. I'm using a file to grind in the bevels of the blade. And then use my belt grinder to finish it off. You can also just use sandpaper for this. I'm using my drill press to drill holes through the tang. Then I heat up the blade to red hot temperature until it's non-magnetic and edge quench it into the oil. The knife is still too brittle to use, so I place it in an oven for 200 degrees Celsius for about an hour, or until it has a nice straw golden color. I use a sanding disc to remove all the scale and to polish the knife up to 400 grit. You can also use sandpaper, but this just goes a little faster. I'm sawing off handle scales made from wenge wood. Always shape the front of the scales before you attach them to the knife, because otherwise you'll scratch up the blade. I clamp together the knife scales and use the tang as a guide to drill the holes. Always test if everything fits together before you use glue. If everything fits, then use glue to attach the handles. I use my disc grinder to shape the wood flush with the tang of the knife. I use sandpaper to do the final shaping and the hand sanding of the knife, polishing it up to 600 grit. I use a few coats of linseed oil to bring out the grain of the wood and to protect it. Then I use a fine belt to sharpen the blade. This is the finished knife. I think it looks very nice. If you also think it looks very nice, please like this video, leave a comment and subscribe to my channel. My next video is a kukuri knife and it will be out next week. please subscribe. Thanks.